Greetings, Bible nerds. This is Bill explaining, giving you the update for what has been happening for the last week. Let's see what I've drawn this week. So, this week, for my Joseph book, I have worked on one of two covers. So, I was choosing whether or not to go with his brothers pushing down into the hole, or Potiphar's wife, him running away from Potiphar's wife and him tearing off the cloak off his back. So this is a concept I did not like when I got started with it, so pay no attention to that. Pay no attention to the following Joseph down and behind the curtain. So as you can see, this is the front of the cover with the Joseph logo, and the back of the cover always has... I like to put the antagonist on the back of the cover and the hero on the front of the cover. And as you can see, that happens here as well. The Joseph on the front of the cover and the bad guy brothers on the back of the cover. So, and what else I've been working on? This is the first page is going to be a splash page. This starts saying the Road to Emmaus. The Road to Emmaus is actually the name of the series. Planning on making a series of these books. Joseph is the first book in the series, in the Road to Emmaus. And as you can see, it says, on the third day after Jesus' crucifixion, two of his disciples were going to the village of Emmaus. While they talked and questioned each other, Jesus himself came near and walked with them, but their eyes were kept from recognizing him. What are you talking about so sadly as you walk? And as you can probably tell, the first thing you're probably going to say is, where are the faces? This is the way I work. That's always the way I've always worked for a long time. I've always drawn the body first before the faces, because truth be told, I am scared of drawing the face incorrectly, because the face is where you can recognize people, and if you don't recognize the face, then it's a lot of work for nothing. So maybe I should start with the face first, and then crumple up the paper if the face doesn't work. So, but I am planning on getting... this may be the very last... Actually, this is probably going to be second to last... this is the second to last traditional art page I'm going to show you, because I've ordered an iPad Pro, and I'm expecting that in the first week of August, and it's been the longest month I've had to wait for anything to arrive. It has been excruciating waiting for this piece of equipment. But so what I've done here, you may not, the background may look like the easiest part of it, but a lot of research, I looked on Google Earth in order to find the Road to Emmaus and find some satellite pictures. And that may seem like an easy chore, but it was not as easy as I thought it was going to be, because Emmaus is no longer called Emmaus. It is, and in Arabic it is called Emwaus. It's spelled I-M-W-A-S, or in Hebrew it's spelled A-M-W-A-S. Also, there's dispute on whether or not that's the actual city that Jesus went to. There is a Emmaus path, Emmaus trail, that is owned by, I believe it's called Sanctus. It's a Catholic church. It's owned by a Catholic church. But there's, in the book, it's in Luke, it says that it was 7 miles away from Jerusalem. So I looked on Google Maps, and I found what was 7 miles away, and that is called Abu Ghosh. And so So I looked up, okay, how do I get to Abu Ghosh from Jerusalem? That is paved over. That is a highway now. So it is hard to find a walking road that actually looks like something you could walk on for reference. And the photos that I found on the website for this trail are all facing this way, are all facing, they are traveling from west to east, and all the photos are from tourists who are pointing their camera from west to east. So I wanted the camera to look this way so I can see the faces of the two disciples and Jesus. So I had to rotate the camera. It was a lot of work. It took me 2 hours of frustration, but I finally got through. I finally figured it out, and this is finally an actual photo that I found that I found for reference. So, what else? That was. So, for those of you who have not seen the previous videos, the whole idea behind this book is, it is called Joseph, Favored Son of Israel, and it's a biblical historical fiction, and which means that this is what could have happened. It is my best guess of what could have happened, what Jesus could have said on the road to Emmaus. I'm not making this up because this is based on a bunch of books that I've read. There are many parallels that come from the Old Testament that point towards Jesus. So, what did Jesus say on the road to Emmaus? So, this book is my best guess of what Jesus could have said on that road. So, this is what I have been learning for the last few years. I've been reading the Old Testament voraciously because ever since I found this out, I had to read the whole Old Testament again, practically speed read it. And there's also this book, which I've been reading, called Jesus on Every Page, how every page of the Old Testament points to Jesus. This was written by David Murray. Jesus on Every Page. You can find it on Amazon. I'm not getting paid to sell that to you. What else is this about? So the plot is no different from the actual plot of Joseph. If you've watched the movie, rather, Joseph, King of Dreams, the animation, nothing different happens to Joseph in this permutation of his story, except the Jesus comments. What are Jesus' comments on the road? This is going to be the big reveal. This is going to be the end of each chapter of this book is going to end with what Jesus says, and these two disciples are going to be shocked by what he says. So we'll see you next week with something else that I've drawn. Perhaps these guys will have faces. Perhaps I'll have my tablet. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next week, we'll see you then.